Hello everyone, and welcome to Kindie Rockstars. This is the show that gives you the stories behind the songs from some of the best bands and singers that are making fun, informative, educational, catchy, and occasionally silly songs for children and families. I'm your host, Patrick Adams, and each episode of Kindie Rockstars will feature an artist and a featured song. So let's get to this week's show. Welcome, everybody, to Kindie Rockstars. Tonight, with an album feature, I am joined by Mike Whitla and Jake Django of Howdytoons. Welcome to the show.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hi, thanks for having us.
All right, so tell us a little bit about Howdytoons. You're kind of a unique entity, it seems, but tell us a little bit about Howdytoons and your background and anything you'd like people to know.
Well, I've been working with kids in music for a long time. I started out doing, the kind of sing-along classes in a company I started in Toronto here called Rainbow Songs. And then at a certain point, my kids were really young and they were into dinosaurs. And I thought, okay, where are all the great songs about dinosaurs? And it didn't seem, I thought, well, I could think of a couple, but really there didn't seem to be out there. So I started writing them, and I started off with a song, and then I one song about a Brachiosaurus, and we've got a redo of that song on this record that's just coming out now. That was the first song that started it, and then I wrote a song about an egg, and I thought, what's the egg? Well, what's in the egg? And then we started thinking, okay, I could start building a little story here. So I started writing more, and then a story started coming about. It became a story about a little baby triceratops egg was there in the pile of eggs, and it rolls away from the other eggs, and it hatches out, and then it comes out and trying to find its way in the world. And so it's the story of this little baby triceratops, Terry the Triceratops, and her trying to find out how she fits in the world. And so that became this first record called Dinostory, the ultimate dinosaur rock opera. And I was really happy with that record and thought maybe I should do a play about it. But instead, I decided to do some videos, and I animated one. I didn't really know what I was doing. So I just hired someone actually off of Craigslist, which seems absolutely crazy to me now that I look back on it. But met a really great guy, and he did a great little video for that, and then put that out. And I kept making videos, and it was expensive to do, but I felt like I should keep trying to do it. And then they started getting traction on YouTube, and things just started rolling. And I think that Brachiosaurus song now is over 50 million streams, and so then I wrote another whole bunch of songs. And then at a certain point, like the first record came out under my name, but then we started making the videos. We thought, okay, let's turn this into some kind of a YouTube channel thing. And so that's when we came up with the name Howdytoons. I don't know the exact year for that.
Probably I was in grade 8.
You were in grade 8, so
that's 7 years ago.
So yeah, around 2015 then.
Yeah, that sounds
2014, right. 2015. It became Howdytoons. And so we started animating videos, and so that's basically how the thing all got started.
Yeah, no, I was looking when you sent me the link to your video Kraken. I looked into that, and then that kind of led me to your YouTube channel. I'm like, oh, millions of views. So definitely got a solid video presence out there.
Yeah, it's the videos. I think if you're doing any kind of record, you got to do a video. I think a lot of people, they make records and then they don't do a video with it and then wonder why no one pays any attention to it. But you really have to spend some time and effort and make something that people are going to want to see. But yeah, it's been a fantastic way for us to find an audience of people that are into rock orientated dinosaur songs, which is what we seem to. So the other thing that we noticed is the songs that kind of had a slightly heavier flavor to them. People were really digging into those, and they were. So the second record, I had some songs. Velociraptor was one that had a much faster feel, kind of a more like, Iron Maiden kind of sound to it, and that one went absolutely berserk when we set it out. So I did a record. I did the first Dinostory record, and then I released some of the heavier songs on a record called Heavy Metal Dinosaur Songs. And all those have been super popular. And then we did the second season of Dinostory. So the first two Dinostory records tell Terry's story, and the other record is just a bunch of dinosaur songs. And this new record is something different. It's more dinosaur songs, but also it's got some songs that aren't about dinosaurs, and also introducing a new project with my son Jake Django, with one of his projects, and a new project called Mythologica, which is songs about mythical creatures. And the first one of that is called the Kraken, so about that sea monster.
Very good. Yeah, as I was listening to your songs, it immediately grabbed me when I heard like the rock. I'm a rock fan, so and I don't hear a lot of like really loud guitar rock for Kindie songs, but I loved it, and I think kids like it too. One good thing about Kindie rock is that any genre can produce music that kids will enjoy, and so yeah, I dug it. So let's talk a little bit more about this new album, Dinosaurs and Monsters. So, I think you're covering. I know in the songs we're going to feature today, the songs are about different kinds of dinosaurs, but is that kind of the general theme for the album?
Well, yes and no is what I would say. Because yes, some of the songs we'll talk about are dinosaurs, but I think a bunch of the songs aren't about dinosaurs. Like people think, like for instance, Dimetrodon is often called a dinosaur, but it's not a dinosaur. It was actually something called a synapsid, which is something that evolved into mammals. So it's actually kind of more related to your dog than it would have been to the other dinosaurs. But everybody thinks of it as a dinosaur. And we've got songs about flying reptiles, which are, of course, are pterosaurs. And Kronosaurus is on this record too, which is a pliosaur, which are the ones that were all. So they're not those. I think there is a bunch of dinosaurs. So we wanted to we know that what our fans are after is primarily dinosaur songs, but we also know that they're interested in other amazing animals. And we've done another whole series of songs too, called Prehistorica, where we do things like woolly mammoths and megalodons. None of those songs are on this record because we've done another record of that stuff too. But I think it's kind of digging deeper into other. That's why it's dinosaurs, but also things that aren't dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs and monsters.
Exactly.
So talk a little bit about bringing this album together. As you approach each project, do you kind of have a concept going into it as to what you want it to be?
Yeah, yes and no. Like for this, it's kind of like for Dinostory, I do definitely like it's a kind of certain thing, like it tells the story from one section to the next section. But a lot of other records, I kind of think of them more as the songs they stand within themselves. So there's even a song on this. I know one of our beloved characters, the Stegosaurus. So we've got a version of the Stegosaurus song on this record, as well as, and in one of the other songs on Dinostory 2, that character actually dies. And so the Allosaurus song, and when that happened, I know we had a really interesting reaction from our fans. A lot of people, some people were a bit upset at me, but a lot of people also understood that that character died saving the heroine of the story. And often, sacrifice is necessary in life. And so it was really interesting having that kind of reaction from people. So the song Allosaurus features a return of Stegosaurus. So I know so it references the other material, but is in itself, it stands on its own. We've done that song as kind of a prequel. So it's one be earlier on in Stegosaurus's life.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that was actually the first song we were going to get into is Allosaurus. So you kind of laid the background a little bit on that. But what else do you want to say about that song?
Well, that song in particular, it's this one and the Stegosaurus song also feature a teacher of mine from university. When I was in university, I studied South Indian music, which is it's actually called Carnatic music. It's one of the classical Indian music forms. So I studied the drumming and singing, and I was lucky enough to have Trishi Shankaran play on this track. So halfway through, you hear a battle between the Stegosaurus and the Allosaurus. So the Stegosaurus has accompaniment on acoustic guitars, and my brother-in-law singing. His name's Alan Gosser, and Shankaran playing an instrument called the mridangam. And in the other sections, it's me playing electric guitar and singing, and Marco Miniman bashing away on the drums. So you can hear those going back and forth against each other. And so to me, that's what makes this song really special.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's check it out. Here is Allosaurus by Howdytoons.
Biggest theropod of the late Jurassic. I can use my head and use it like a hatchet. Once above my head, I'm the one who's called Allosaurus. He's the one that hurts you, he's the one that eats you. Chomp, 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 chomp. Chomp, 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 chomp. You can try, but you never get away. 2,000 kilograms and 10 meters long. If my teeth fall out, the new one's come along. Even if you see me coming, I will run you down. Allosaurus. He's the one that hurts you, he's the one that eats you. I'm on the plains and hunting you down. You better run when I am around. I see you, Brontosaurus. Here I come, I'm Allosaurus. I'll grab you with my arms, but then I can't attack. So I can hold right on and bite into your back. I have the claws that catch, I'm the one who's called Allosaurus. He's the one that hurts you, he's the one that eats you. Chomp, 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 chomp. Chomp, 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 chomp. You can try, but you never get away. Sometimes I am alone and sometimes in a pack. A group is always handy when the big ones we attack. And we're feeling hungry, so we're on the prowl. We're on the plains and hunting you down. You better run when we are around. We see you, Brachiosaurus. Here I come, I'm Allosaurus. Allosaurus. Allosaurus.
And that was Allosaurus. All right. The next song we're going to get into is called Brachiosaurus. So tell us a little bit about this one.
Brachiosaurus. That's probably, let me have a guitar handy here. Should have got a guitar up here. Anyway, that one, it was like, as soon as, it was one of the first dinosaur songs I wrote. And just saying, because a lot of times the words themselves lend themselves to melody. So in this case, it was Brachiosaurus. So that little catch, that little riff there, I was like, oh, that's not bad. And so I started working on this version of it on this. Originally, I had done it with computer drums, and I thought, oh man, I really didn't do it justice. So I even way after the first one was released, this is a redo of the song where we've got a completely new drum track on it, and you get to hear it in all its splendor. And I think for all people that haven't heard us before, this is the song that people get into first.
Very good. All right, we're going to play it now. Here it is, Brachiosaurus by Howdytoons. And that was Brachiosaurus. All right, the next song is called Brontosaurus is Back. Tell us a little bit about this one.
Okay, now we like to pack a lot of science into each song. And this one is probably one we packed the most science. It's kind of a story about Brontosaurus, which was one of the most popular and famous dinosaurs. But as it turned out, the original Brontosaurus skeleton was a body of one dinosaur and the skull of another. And they thought this was a new species. And this tells the story. But then later on, so they said, okay, Dinosaurus was very famous. And then they found out it had the wrong skull on it. So they said, no, Brontosaurus is not a dinosaur. And so for a long time, there was no Brontosaurus. And then they found a complete one. And then they found a slightly different version. And they said, oh, no, it actually is a dinosaur. It is a dinosaur. And they now have reclassified it as a dinosaur. So this is a kind of a joyous song that our friend, the Brontosaurus, has returned.
Awesome. All right. Here it is. Brontosaurus is back. by Howdytoons.
Thunder lizard Brontosaurus is back. He's not a Potosaurus, and that is a fact.
It's next a little longer and a little less wide.
Feel the ground shake as he walks side to side. First there was a long neck called the Potosaurus. Then they found a new one and they called it Brontosaurus. Everybody liked this new dino name. Then someone looked at both and said they are the same. A paleontologist named Elmer Riggs, he found a Potosaurus on one of his digs. He said,
Brontosaurus is just an Apatosaurus with the wrong head on it.
and with that simple statement, Brontosaurus was dead. Thunder lizard Brontosaurus is back. He's not a Potosaurus, and that is a fact. His neck's a little longer and a little less wide. Feel the ground shake as he walks side to side. Brontosaurus, we miss you. Your favorite dino, and you know it's true. At shaking the ground, you were the champ. Your image is found on a postage stamp. Your favorite sauropod, not the Diplodocus who goes blood-borne. Brontosaurus, we thought you were a fake. Now we know that you were so great. Thunder lizard Brontosaurus is back.
He's not a Potosaurus, and that is a fact.
His neck's a little longer and a little less wide. Feel the ground shake as he walks side to side. 100 years later, it's 2015. After more study, there was a mistake, it seems. Apato and Bronto weren't exactly the same, so there may be a reason to give different names. Brontosaurus, we think that you rock, making thunder wherever you walk. Hold your head up, you can be proud. Here comes the chorus, everybody sing loud. Thunder lizard Brontosaurus is back. He's not a Potosaurus, and that is a fact.
His neck's a little longer and a little less wide.
Feel the ground shake as he walks side to side. Thunder lizard Brontosaurus is back. He's not a Potosaurus, and that is a fact. His neck's a little longer and a little less wide. Feel the ground shake as he walks side to side.
And that was Brontosaurus is Back. All right, the next song is called Dimetrodon. So tell us about Dimetrodons.
So Dimetrodon, everybody thinks is a dinosaur. You know, you get those packs of dinosaurs that come in a little, like a little plastic container, and you've got Brontosaurus and Stegosaurus and all these. And Dimetrodon is always thrown in there, but he shouldn't be, because he's not a dinosaur. He's way back earlier in time in the Permian period, which is a long time before dinosaurs even came around at all. And the Dimetrodon actually evolved into mammals. It's what's called a synapsid, or a stem mammal. So it was a reptile that probably had a little bit of fur, but it was also the biggest predator of its time. And we've got a really meaty track with the drumming of Marco Miniman, which is pretty amazing. And it'll clear up all that confusion about whether or not it's a dinosaur. So after you listen to it, you'll know what a synapsid is and how to rock.
Fantastic. Here it is, Dimetrodon by Howdytoons.
Dinosaurs ruled the earth. Dimetrodon was the master first, with a mouthful of serrated teeth. Dimetrodon, you know he ate meat. What the Salesforce scientists they debate. Now they think it's to attract a mate. Dimetrodon with a sail on his back. Better watch out for his deadly attack. Dimetrodon is feeling hungry. He goes down to the water. If he doesn't find something to eat, he's gonna get angry. He hope something will come to the slaughter. Dimetrodon. This Diplocalus. Dimetrodon. He looks so yummy. Dimetrodon. He wants to eat him. Dimetrodon. And feel his tummy. Dinosaurs ruled the earth. Dimetrodon was the master first. If you call him a dino, then you would be wrong. In the class of synapsid, that's where they belong. More related to mammals than to dinosaurs. Dimetrodon, do you want to know more? 500 pounds and 6 meters long. Dimetrodon, and this is his song. The Dimetrodons are going hunting. Dimetrodon. They're going marching. Dimetrodon. It's food they're searching. Dimetrodon. They want some munching. Dimetrodon. They see a group of Allosaurus. Dimetrodon. As well as some Erops. Dimetrodon. They start to surround them and get ready. Dimetrodon. To attack.
And that was Dimetrodon. All right, the last song we're going to talk about here is Kraken.
Well, this is actually a song that is the first track to be featured on Howdytoons, written by Jake Django, who is my son, who grew up listening to Dinostory and has now written this song called The Kraken. Maybe he can tell you a little bit about how that came about.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to. My whole life, it's been my dream to write a song with my dad. When I was a little kid, I actually had a dream that I would do something about going to space. And who knows, maybe that'll happen. But last summer he said, hey, Jake, I'm out of songs for my animators. Have at it. So I did. So I called up my friend, Dubbeck Levin. He works as a musician. He just graduated from school at Berkeley College of Music. And he wrote this incredible song with me. We did it in 2 months. I didn't let my dad hear anything at the beginning. I wanted to just write it with my friend and then show it to him and see if he liked it. And he did. We made a few changes. Then we brought, once again, my uncle in, Alan, and he sang the ship captain for the Kraken. We brought, for some of the high vocal parts, we brought in my dad's other writing partner, Jimmy. And then for drums, we brought Marco Miniman in, and that was just an absolute treat to have my first song ever have Marco Miniman playing. It's still just, it's crazy to me.
It was awesome hearing him writing the song too. I kept hearing these amazing sounds coming out of his room, and I'd be poking my head around, but knowing he wasn't ready to have it heard yet.
Not yet. And now it's ready. The whole world is able to hear it, and I'm incredibly happy.
Very exciting. All right, well, here it is, the songwriting debut of Jake Django. Here is Kraken by Howdytoons.
Long ago, deep in the ocean, there was a beast that Look underneath the sea, it's coming straight at me. A battle's guaranteed. I'll take what's due. I'll take what's due. I'll eat you. Crush your spine. Crushing your spine. Your life is mine. Your life is mine. Kraken.
And that was Kraken. All right. Love the song. Love the whole concept of this album. I love the instruments. It's good stuff. So tell everybody where they can stream, download, purchase this album, and where they can find and connect with you on social media.
Well, you can find us. The best place to find us is on YouTube. It's Howdytoons, HOWDYTOONS. And we're also on we're also available in Spanish and in Portuguese on 2 other channels. And you can see links for those on that channel as well. There's also, if you go to howdytoons.com, you can get all of our links there to our Instagram, which is @Howdytoons. And we're also on all the streaming platforms. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Tidal, and anything else you can think of, we're there. And yeah, it's the easy, and you can stream it anywhere.
Wonderful. All right, what's in store for Howdytoons for the rest of 2022?
Well, we've got a couple of videos to finish up. Allosaurus doesn't have its video completed. We're going to finish that. We're going to finish the Kraken, and we're really digging into the Mythologica new material. We're working on a song about the Cyclops, which is going to be pretty cool. And other mythical creatures are on the horizon.
Love it. All right, well, this is really a fun little slice of the Kindie world that you've got going here. Everybody, please go check them out. Go check out their videos. Have a listen to their songs. And thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you, Patrick. It was great talking to you.
All right, take care.
Thank you.